Today we are heading to Germany to take over Bayer Leverkusen for the next 10 seasons to see how many trophies they can win. Of course, Leverkusen last season have had a near perfect season, winning the double, dethroning Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, but not just doing it in any way. They have done it being invincible in the Bundesliga. And I'm really inclined to see what happens during those 10 seasons and where Leverkusen will finish on the takeover leaderboard. Short little reminder of the points tally. You get 5 points for winning the UEFA Champions League, the big one. 3 points for winning the domestic league, the Bundesliga in this case. Also 3 points for winning the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. And finally 1 point for any other cup competition like the DFB Pokal, the German Super Cup or even the UEFA Super Cup. So far we have of course Real Madrid atop the leaderboards, the lone leaders, 70 points for them, 66 for both Barcelona and Chelsea. We then have 52 points for Inter and 49 for Napoli. So let's see where this Bayer Leverkusen side can finish in those leaderboard stats. The first thing I'm doing with this Bayer Leverkusen side is having a look at it, and I've, as you can see, added Alex Garcia, as I've added all the players in all the other teams as well who have transferred so far in the transfer window. Garcia, of course, really elevates this team with Andrich now on the bench. Andrich is still in the starting 11, but we have Palacios on the bench. And Wirtz is the cam, as well as Boniface, the striker. Those two are real talents, 20 years of age and 22 years of age. Big men for the future. Chaka is here, 30-84. Frimpong and Grimaldo are now right midfielder and left midfielder because this team actually plays with a back three. I didn't like the 3-4-3, so I've gone for a 3-6-1 actually, if you like. I have opted for the gegenpressing style of play. I don't really think that's what Xabi Alonso does. He does like a crossover between gegenpressing and tiki-taka, but yeah, we cannot do that, so we go for the gegenpressing style of play. And oh boy, we have a tasty budget in the first season. I wasn't expecting that with Leverkusen. 74 million, that's not too bad. I have also recruited a 5-star scout. He was the default scout actually, so I didn't need to recruit him. But I've sent him to Germany for 9 months to find us some talents, as I usually do in those 10 season takeovers. We were always going to loan out and sell a lot of players in that first season. And here you can see the biggest ones are Radetzky to Roma. Our starting goalkeeper, as we need a new one, I said that. 13 million we get there. Fosu Mensah gives us 3.6 to Hoffenheim. 650k for Lomb, who goes to Birmingham. And then a big one in Tella, we don't really need him. 12.49 million we get for Tella to Getafe. And all the others are loans. Mün, Solojek, Monamai and Bravo. Which means that we'll have a big budget now. 108 million to go in for our 3 players. Our first signing of this first season in the takeover with Leverkusen is for a new goalkeeper. He's 31, so younger than Radetzky and about 7 overall higher. And yes guys, I bring him back to the Bundesliga. It is Marc-Andre ter Stegen coming back to the Bundesliga for 69 million, naughty number, from Barcelona. The second and probably already final player of this takeover first season I buy is an Italian CDM. He's 21. Only rotational in the first few seasons, but he certainly very shortly gets a starting spot. He comes in for 26 million plus Aourir, who we didn't really need anymore. Even though we didn't have a lot of money left, I have made a third transfer in a straight swap deal with Amin Adli, who is 23.77. I've just brought in a 5-year younger player by the name of Mathys Tel, the French striker, coming into Leverkusen for Adli in a straight swap deal. That squad is now looking very much different. Only one reserve in Hoffmann. We have Tel on the bench, 18.75. He's of course like the third string striker only, behind Schick. And then we have Richie on the bench as well. We have Bolstad that bench and the goalkeeping spot. Ter Stegen, of course, where is he? 31.89 overall.
3 different youth academy players in König, Zimmermann and Hoffmann. König still to be loaned out. Zimmermann and Hoffmann already loaned out for the first season. Bundesliga for the first season, as we are in 3rd place. Bayern in 1st, Dortmund in 2nd, Leverkusen, we are in 3rd. To get our first point, winning the DFB Pokal against Leipzig. 1 point onto the leaderboard. We were in the Europa League this season, where we topped our group ahead of Boavista. We then defeated Celtic in the round of 16, quarterfinals, Toulouse 4-2 on aggregate, and we even thumped Barcelona 3-0. Can we win the Europa League? No! We lose to Sociedad in the final. Boniface was the man this season, up to an 80 for 23 goals for him, 13 for Schick, even 13 for Andrich from CDM, crazy. And then Garcia with 10 goals, 10 assists. We have Hoffman even with 10 goals. Not bad at all. The squad, Grimaldo up to an 88 overall, crazy overall for him. We have Kusunu 85, Frimpong even 88. Crazy how well these fullbacks, these midfielders have grown. Wirtz 91 overall, Boniface 84 as I've shown you already. Garcia 85, Xhaka down to an 84, Andrich 83. Our team is coming together very nice. And with Bayer Leverkusen, we have made 1 point. Third in the Bundesliga, nearly won the Europa League. That was unlucky, but good base to start. Is underway. We have sold a couple of players, like Artur for 3.9 million, Pence for 3 million to Bologna. We have also sold Puerta to Saint Etienne for 2.9. Bravo, and a lot of other players like Köhler, Monamai, Mbamba, Tell, all get loaned out. Our first signing of this second season is for a new centre-back. Big talent, especially for the future. It is Castello Lukeba coming in for 40 million plus Sadik Fofana in a swap deal. Next man into the club, you all know him. He's a big talent from Manchester United on the left midfield / left wing spot. It is Alejandro Garnacho, also, especially for the future. 48 million he cost us, an arm and a leg. In the end, we go in for a right midfielder, also a very talented man, and again, mostly for the future. It is Giovanni Reina, the American, joining us from Barcelona of all clubs for 32 million. Our three new signings, Garnacho, who is 1979, Reina 2179, and finally the centre-back, Lukeba, who is 2180 overall. Very good players for the future. Let's see what we can achieve in that second season. Starting off with a Super Cup game against Bayern Munich. For 1 point, of course. With our three at the back formation, we win Wirtz with the only goal of the game. 1 point onto the leaderboard. I had to sell Patrick Schick to Barcelona because he wanted to leave the club. We got 44 million, 46 million actually, for him. Not bad. The second season is done and dusted in the Bundesliga, and we are once again in third place. We cannot win the league so far in the first couple of seasons. The DFB Pokal goes to Bayern, no point there either. So we haven't had that successful season. We have lost to Jan Regensburg from the third division, if I'm not mistaken. That is woeful. Let's see how we did in the Champions League. We topped our group in flying colours. I've never seen anything like it. 13 points ahead of the second place Sociedad. Round of 16, where are we? We thumped Club Brugge 6-2. Quarterfinals, we defeated Arsenal 4-3. Not bad, but then we lost to Barcelona, just about. 4-2 on aggregate, we don't win 5 points. Looking at the stats, 21 for Boniface, 17 again for Andrich from CDM. That is crazy. Wirtz this time also with 12 goals, 10 assists. The stats are looking absolutely tasty. Garcia with goals, Hoffman with 10 and 7. Not bad. And, I mean, the growth on this team is crazy. 90 rated Grimaldo, a fantastic backline, 88 rated Kosunu, 85 Xhaka, 88 Frimpong, 92 Wirtz. Great team. I mean, Ter Stegen even still at 90. Made only one single point in this second season. Could have won more. But yeah, let's see what we can do in season number 3. First signing of this third season is a game changer. From Germany, we go in for Nico Schlotterbeck for 77 million. Big signing from Borussia Dortmund. It is Arda Güler, our second signing of this season. The big, talented Turkish man, Cam, from Real Madrid. He comes in for 50 million on the dot. For present and future, a good man.
Having a look at the squad now with Schlotterbeck in that left centre-back spot. He's 86 overall. And then, of course, we have a fantastic squad all around. 89 Frimpong now. I am a bit sad because Robert Andri's release clause has been met by Spurs of all clubs. So we have to do without him in the future. Let's see what we can replace him with. I think I found the best possible replacement for Andrich. A central midfielder from Barcelona of all clubs, world class. It is Frankie de Jong joining us for 75 million on the dot. Having a look at our squad, final squad for season number 3, of course, with de Jong 28-88. We have a big improvement now in the squad. Wirtz is 92, Garcia 86, Boniface 87. I mean, guys, is this for real? We are in second place behind Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. That is a bit ridiculous. We haven't even won the DFB Pokal as Leipzig win that over Stuttgart. Well, we have been knocked out by Stuttgart in the semis. We topped our Champions League group ahead of Juventus, 2 points. Round of 16, we got destroyed 4-1 by Atletico Madrid. Is this for real? Gonna look at this season's stats. I mean, Boniface is still the top scorer, but 16 goals with 89 overall as a strike isn't great. Güler has really stepped his game up. 15 goals for the new man. It's crazy. Wirtz also up to a 93. Have a look at this squad for yourself, lads. It is an absolute menacing squad. 89 Boniface, 93 Wirtz, 91 Ter Stegen. Fantastic team. Disappointed of how we did this season. Bridesmaid in everything. That has to change very, very promptly if we want to get somewhere in the leaderboard. As you can see, for season 4, we have Adam Lojek, who is now a free agent. He decided to leave the club. Tapsoba has gone to Bayern, another bit of a setback here. But we have to replace him accordingly. Well, that's exactly what we are doing here with this signing. An absolute game changer for our centre-back spots. It is Fikayo Tomori coming in for 70 million, the Englishman from Milan. A second signing in this season is a man who certainly won't start from the start, but he's a CDM for the bench, especially for the beginning now. An exciting prospect in Arthur Vermeeren joining us for 44 million from Atletico. A good signing for the future. And last but not least, I was absolutely tempted by this guy, a Polish regen, a striker. I think you guys know where this is going to go to. It is Jędrzej Kaczmarek, probably the Robert Lewandowski regen, joining us from the free agency list for €0. I have just made the sale of Noam Bamba for 7 million to Stadteras, and as well as loaning out a whole list of players, youth academy players, König, Köhler, Zimmermann, Bravo as well as Kaczmarek, who goes on loan, the man we just bought, the Lewandowski regen. New man Arthur Vermeeren doesn't even make it onto the bench, he's on the reserves alongside Luke Ba. I mean, our team is so good with Tomori now in it, in the centre-back spot. He's 88 overall. Ter Stegen is already 34, but still 91. Kovar is back up. A great starting 11, a great team. Let's see what we can do. We collect our first Bundesliga title, finally. Ahead, just 2 points though ahead of Borussia Dortmund. In a very, very tight title race, we collect our first 3 points. Another point in the DFB Pokal as we defeat Frankfurt in a tight final, 3-2. In the Champions League, we topped our group just about ahead of Chelsea Football Club on same points. Before heading to the round of 16 where we defeated Milan 4-3. We even defeated Juventus, the Italian job continues 4-3. And then Barcelona to make it to a maiden Champions League final for Leverkusen. Can we win it? Yes! 5 further points onto the leaderboard. What a relief. I mean, that's what you want to see from your 91 rated striker. 25 goals, only 1 assist, but the stats here are looking amazing. Wirtz up to a 94 overall, that is absolutely bonkers. He's only 25 as well. Grimaldo 91, Tomori still 88, Tell even now on the bench at 81. I mean, I've even put Xhaka on the bench now, because he's lower rated than Richie by a mile, even to the reserves, because even Vermeeren is now higher rated than Granit Xhaka. We have collected 9 points in season number 4. What a season. 5 in the Champions League, 3 in the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal. Couldn't have asked for much more in this 4th season. Let's see what we can do in the next one.
Season number 5 is starting with the new signing of a goalkeeper replacing Marc-André ter Stegen in the long run. Not for now, but for the future. It is Niklas Frank joining us from the free agency. Even though we have bags of money, we can still go for free agent.
Next up, you guys might laugh at me, but we have purchased yet another free agent. Even though we have bags of money, an 18-year-old, 78 rated Max Schumacher, a centre midfielder, especially for the future. And finally, third and final signing of this 5th season, for a Uruguayan centre midfielder. You guys guessed it, currently at Real Madrid. He gets a royal presentation here by the Leverkusen fans. It is Fede Valverde joining us from Manchester City in this save, 159 million, plus Granit Xhaka. With these 3 arrivals, Frank, Schumacher, both for the future. Frank is already 83 rated, and Valverde, of course, 91. He's the highest rated centre midfielder. I expect a lot from us this season. We can very early doors show what we're all about in the Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup actually, against Liverpool, with Valverde in the starting 11, and we win that 3-2, first point on the board this season. Second chance at a second point in Season 5 against Borussia Dortmund, the German Super Cup, which we win as well, 2-0. We are on fine form early doors here. At the end of this 5th season, we are once again atop the stats here, atop the Bundesliga, 9 ahead of Leipzig, 3 onto the leaderboard. Make that another point as we defeat Bayern as well in the German Cup 1-0. And we have topped our group in flying colors in the Champions League on 18 points. Round of 16, where are we? We have defeated Juventus 7-3, wow. Then, quarterfinals, we have even defeated Inter 4-0. The Italian job is underway, wow, well done guys. Semi-finals, though, we got knocked out against a team from the same country, Dortmund. Having a look at the stats, we have Boniface who does the job here. 27 goals, that's where I want my striker to be. 16 for Wirtz, 19 actually. And then 11 for Tell. I mean, the others aren't really great, but Kaczmarek on loan has scored 10 goals, so I'm eager to see him back. Squad-wise then, we have Richie, who is maybe the only player I think under the overall of 90 right now. That is crazy. Grimaldo 91, Boniface 92 at 27. We have Tomori now also down to an 89, Kosunu 90, 90 rated ter Stegen, 90 rated Schlotterbeck, a fantastic bench, a fantastic starting 11, and even on the reserves we have an 88 rated Jonathan Tah, the former captain of this side. This team is crazy good. We have collected 6 points in this 5th season. There is still a lot of room for improvement, but we are on the right track, I would say, with Bayer Leverkusen. Points after 5 seasons. Let's see if we can win the elusive Champions League in season number 6. Season 6 has started, and looking at this squad, I don't really think we need a lot of improvement. We have Kaczmarek who returned from loan. I wanted to see him back. That's where he is. We have a fantastic team. Reserves. Kaczmarek goes to the substitutes bench even ahead of Tell, who is now lower rated. Ooh, the chance at the point here. First point of the season against RB Leipzig in the German Super Cup. No UEFA Super Cup this season. Let's see if we can get it. Yes, it's our first point. 19 in total. And we have once again loaned out a whole list of players. Zimmerman to PSG, Schumacher to Spurs, Tell to Liverpool in England. And then we have loaned out the youth academy product Köhler and König to Monaco and Manchester City. Season 6 is done and dusted, and once again we are top the Bundesliga, 3 points on the leaderboard. Make that yet another point as we defeat Borussia Dortmund in the DFB Pokal. In the Champions League, just about top the group ahead of Marseille. Round of 16, we got defeated by Inter Milan. That was a bad Champions League run. Wirtz is the top scorer alongside Boniface. I mean, Wirtz great, absolutely fantastic, but Boniface, I expect more from you, man. Collected 5 points in season number 6, not too bad, but again, we couldn't win the Champions League. I do hope that in the remaining 4 seasons we can at least win 1 more Champions League. We deserve that. Season 7 starts with a signing. I want to go in for young fresh blood to help us, especially in the final seasons here. A centre forward from the Netherlands in Nick Meyer joining us from the free agency list, even though we have bags of money. A second player from Inter Milan, he comes in, maybe the Kim Min-jae region, a South Korean. He's a centre back. It is Dong-sun Park joining us for 60 million from Inter. We have once again loaned out Zimmermann to Dortmund. We have Sol Schmidt, the former youth academy goalkeeper, as well as Shoemaker, Steven Vermeeren to Real Sociedad. We have also sold Giovanni Reina to Borussia Dortmund. He goes back for 97 million. And Mathys Tel for 44 to Monaco. As well as finally Niklas König for 60 million to Atletico Madrid. Ter Stegen is now down to an 88 overall. We have Frank who comes for his spot. He's 22-86, so he will overtake from him. Kovar is the third string goalkeeper. We have thinned out our squad by selling a few players. And I am serious about winning trophies in this season. Let's see what we can achieve. At the end of the 7th season, we are once again the champions. 3 points onto the leaderboard. Yet another point in the DFB Pokal, 2-0 over Leipzig in the final. However, the big one, the 5-point competition, we topped the group in the Champions League ahead of Monaco and Roma. Round of 16 we overcame loss 5-2. Quarterfinals we got knocked out by Real Madrid, of course. Alejandro Garnacho, what is this guy cooking? 27 goals from backup left midfielder. Valverde with 16, Wirtz 16, Kaczmarek with 16, Frimpong with 13 assists. Boniface has disappointed me a little bit. Bravo on loan has got 10 for Leipzig. The stats are looking really tasty, especially Garnacho. I mean, the team is looking absolutely bonkers. Absolutely brilliant. We have Ter Stegen who can get replaced by Frank, who is 88 rated. I mean, yeah, even the squad depth, we have Weber who returned from loan, 21-81. He returned in like the January transfer window. But his team, Wirtz, 97 overall at 27 years of age. 5 points in season number 7, 27 points after 7 seasons. We have still a lot of work to do if we don't want to finish in the bottom positions of the takeover leaderboards. But we are on a good track, I'd say. Even though we have bags of money, I'm still only going in for one player, and it's a free agent. A central midfielder from Belgium. I think you guys know where this is going. The Kevin De Bruyne region, Nathan Verstraete coming in from the free agency list. We have loaned out Weber for 1 year to Dortmund to get some game time. Verstraete goes to United of all clubs, 80 overall he is, the man we just bought. And then we sell Kovar, the third string goalkeeper, to Bergamo Calcio, aka Atalanta. As well as selling the former captain, Jonathan Tah, to Wolves for 17.5 million. Ter Stegen is now getting really old. He's about 38, he's 85 overall, and that's why I've swapped him out for a 20-year-old, 84 overall, in Patrick Kaczmarek from Inter, 47 million plus Ter Stegen. With that, the team is looking like this fantastic first starting 11. Grimaldo down to an 88, Frimpong up to a 92. But we also have Garnacho. I think he is now the nailed-on starter because he was actually fantastic last season. He's 26, 90 overall. To start off the 8th season, we play Borussia Dortmund in the Super Cup. Can we get the first point of this season? Yes, absolutely. I think we've never lost the Super Cup so far. In this done and dusted, and once again 3 points onto the leaderboard as we have won Bundesliga. No points though in the DFB Pokal as Bayern win that over Hoffenheim. We have been beaten by Bayern very early doors. Round 3, 3-0 as well. The Champions League, we topped our group in flying colours out of Man United. No losses in the group stages. Round of 16, we overcame PSG in a dramatic way, 5-4. For quarterfinals, we absolutely beat the shit out of our local competitors, Wolfsburg, 5-2. And then semi-finals, we even beat Atletico. Chance to make it 5 points against Man City, which we take. 2-1 final win. 5 points onto the leaderboard at 9 in total this season. 20 goals for Wirtz, 17 for striker Kaczmarek up to an 87. Bender, the youth academy player, with 12 goals. Garnacho with 11 this time. This team is, yeah, absolutely bonkers. We don't have to talk a lot. Wirtz 98 at 28 years of age. I have rarely seen something like this. 9 points in Season A, 36 points after 8 seasons. A lot of work still to be done, but yeah, 2 seasons left to make as many points as possible. First and only signing we made in season number 9, the second to last season, is a German central midfielder, replacing Frankie de Jong. Frankie was already about 34, 88 overall, so we've swapped him out, plus 83 million for Gabriel König, 23, 86. First game of the season, the UEFA Super Cup against Nice, with a bit of a rotational side because some players are injured or suspended, but it doesn't matter. We win 3-1 against OGC Nice, first point onto the board. A second Super Cup, the German one, against Bayern Munich. Can we get it there with our first team this time? Yes, it's a 2-1 win. Once again, the Super Cup is done and dusted, and this time it was very, very tight. But in the end, we have won the Bundesliga, 1 point ahead of Dortmund. No points once again in the Pokal as Heidenheim win that over Hoffenheim in the final, while we have been beaten by Hoffenheim in round 3. We topped our Champions League group ahead of Rangers, 4 points ahead of them. Round of 16, we overcame Juventus, yet another Italian team in Inter in the quarterfinals, 6-2. And in the semis, yet another Italian team, once again spanking them 4-1 to face Athletic Club of all teams in the final. And we win it in a close game, 3-2, yet another 5 points and 10 points in total this season. Bender this season with the most goals, 22, Boniface 19, 16 for Kaczmarek, 11 for Wirtz and 10 for Garnacho. Not bad, those stats. And the team is looking menacing as well. I mean, Palacios and König have now the same overall, and Palacios is 33, König is 87, Frank is 89, Kaczmarek 87. We have collected 10 points in this second to last season, 46 in total. We are on a good track, so let's see what we can do in the final season. For the final season with Bayer Leverkusen, we don't change a lot of things, only the formation. 2 cams now with Wirtz and Güler, 2 CMs/CDMs in Valverde and Ricci. UEFA Super Cup against Villarreal. Quick simming this for first point in the final season, and we get that point. UEFA Super Cup is in the bag. I'm gonna put a second team against Heidenheim out to play that game, and we lose the DFL Super Cup. That is a big loss. A loss that really, really hurts us. In, of course, the tight title race gets decided by 1 point. We win, once again, the Bundesliga, 3 points onto the leaderboard. However, once again, it is a very weird DFB Pokal final where Fürth defeat Hertha Berlin in the final, while we have been beaten by Berlin in the 3rd round. The last big show-off here in the Champions League, we topped our group ahead of Rapid, and Juventus and Galatasaray get knocked out shamelessly. Around the 16, we overcame just about Liverpool. Quarterfinals, we tanked Sevilla 5-1. And in the semis, a very surprising Rangers, we beat 3-1. And in the final then, we make it another 5 points against Inter. 9 points into season number 10. 17 goals for Wirtz, 15 for Bender, 15 for Boniface. Well, shared the lot here, but Boniface has disappointed me a little bit. Bender has really stepped his game up, Garnacho as well. And this is our final squad here with Bayer Leverkusen. Wirtz 98, that is crazy. Güler 90. We have nearly everyone in the 90s apart from Valverde and Frank in that starting 11. We have really created a fantastic 3 at the back formation here. Even the bench is menacing. And I think we can be really, really proud of ourselves as we finish in 4th place in the leaderboard. 11 points behind 2nd place Barcelona and Chelsea. And Real, of course, still at the top of the leaderboard with 70 points. But 4th place with Leverkusen, 7 league titles, 5 domestic cups, 4 continental cups, which are the Champions League. I am really, really proud of the boys. But lads, if you enjoyed this takeover with Bayer Leverkusen, then please consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps the growth of my channel massively. For now, I'm gonna leave you alone. Until next time, it's been Rebuild Sonbrero. I'm out.